Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? With your host, the unapologetic diva, Dr. G, the girlfriend therapist, Dr. Cortina Lewis, and the networking extraordinaire, Diana Richardson Philippus. Are you ready for cocktails and conversation? This is Herspiration Happy Hour.
Happy Wednesday. I know I'll be back here getting down. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of Herspiration Happy Hour. This is your unapologetic diva, Dr. G.
This is Dr. Cortina Lewis, aka the girlfriend therapist.
And Shay Walker, the coach of courage.
It's Wednesday, ladies. What are we drinking on today before we get popping into what I feel like has been a 12-week long January?
So this is twofold why I picked this drink.
Okay.
We're going to be drinking a cherry sage French 75. And the reason why I picked cherry sage is because I feel like we are being effed with no lube from last week to this week, and our cherry is being popped, and plus French 75s, Pam loves those. Yes. So the ingredients for this drink is cherry vodka, fresh lime juice, honey, simple syrup, and a handful of sage leaves and Prosecco. So basically what you want to do is pour in the cherry vodka, the lemon juice, the honey, the simple syrup into a cocktail shaker with some sage leaves. You shake it vigorously, and then to top the cocktail off with some ice, you pour it over some chilled ice. Ice is chilled. Some ice. And as you're pouring it, you're making sure that you're straining it. And then you garnish with some sage leaves and fresh cranberries. So there we go.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to try that just because, French 75s are my thing.
Yeah.
I had quite a bit of those while I was in LA this past weekend. But, I got to ask, round table real quick. How is everybody doing? Mental health check. Look, mental health check in.
Yeah.
Last week, I don't know why, I was extremely emotional, like sobbing and crying. And my husband was like, you really have a problem. Like, you got to let this go. I think about all the people that I help and being an empath, and I just was allowing myself to be human, right? I was allowing myself to be able to feel what I feel. I did not want to psychoanalyze myself and be like, okay, do this. I just felt like I needed to be in that space. And it's almost like once the first tear fell, like I just could not stop the tears from falling. And I feel like I needed that. Since then, a lot more has happened. But in that moment last week, I feel like that's what I needed then. I felt like it was a release. It was the compassion and the empath in me hurting for so many people who will be affected by the actions of this administration and not knowing all of the implications of everything. I just had to cry and feel hopeless and helpless and say a few WTFs and what do I need in order for me to keep going? A lot of people think that therapists, we always are in this, well, just heal, be for yourself, do that. That's fake, right? Because we are human. So we have to be able to acknowledge where we are emotionally. You have to be real with yourself. You just can't do all the therapy, mojo stuff, because how will you ever be able to truly know how to navigate your emotions if you're always pushing them away and fixing them? Mm-hmm. So I gave myself permission to do that. So that's where I was last week.
Okay. Well, I love that you pointed out that you're human. I'm glad you recognize that because I know that people think that therapists are not human or don't have that human side or those human emotions, but I'm glad that you once said that, and that because a lot of people feel like, oh, that you live in these superhuman spaces that we all do, and I think that comes with Black women in particular with being strong or being labeled strong. I feel like that's the same thing as certain professions that you're just automatically supposed to be strong, as if you're a doctor and you shouldn't go to the hospital because you're a doctor. It's like you're a doctor, you should be able to treat yourself, and that's not necessarily the case. So thank you for definitely sharing that. What about you, Shay? What's going on with you?
So first, I'm gonna say I wish I had some pom poms. I promise you, I'll throw them all the way through the phone right at Cortina. I celebrate you being present. That's awesome. Um, so I navigated with ease. Like I am in a real chill place in my life. Like all these things that are happening around me, all of the distractions, I am navigating with ease, like real. And I had to remember, I called you. Remember, I was like, look, wait a minute, double check my blind, maybe like check my blind spot for me. Am I really, really good? Or am I like tricking myself? Am I because the things that are happening, they're like, what? But no, I am really good. And I feel good that I can say that and be confident about saying it. So just navigating with ease. Everything has been just, I am steady right now. And I'm so grateful to be able to say that with all of the turbulence around and seeing the things happening and the people that are being affected by all the things, all the many things. I'm navigating with ease. And I know that's because I put my trust in God. I know he making all crooked places straight. So I'm standing on business when it come to Jesus right now. That's where I'm at. He said we already got the victory. Therefore, I proclaim that I have the victory.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. For me, I guess there are so many different things. I'm like you, Shay. I'm like really, really relaxed. I don't buy into a lot of the media hype. I will say I'm fucking over January. I already feel like this has been the longest week ever. I'm like, why isn't it already Friday? What in the world is going on? But also, you when I looked at this month, I'm like, this month just is very unkind. It's doing some really, really crazy things. I mean, things are happening that haven't happened in years. I mean, first of all, let's see, you had fires in LA. You had um hell when it starts snowing in the South. I was like, yo, what is really going on with New Orleans and Baton Rouge? And it's not like a dusting, it was snow. And I'm glad y'all
Tallahassee, Florida.
yeah, I know,
Right.
in Jacksonville and New Orleans. And I was like, this is kind of really weird. It's like the apocalypse is happening. And then just what, this past weekend or a couple of days ago, like Maine, Connecticut, Maine area got an earthquake. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
What is really going on at all in 1 month? And then let's not even really start talking about the political craziness. But I think one of the things that give me peace is that everything happens for a reason. The second part is there's a balance in our uh, political system that I'm hoping, I do have hope that it will kick in. A lot of these decisions, executive orders are one thing. And I think what people need to understand is that the House and the Senate have an opportunity to ensure that the things that he is doing can be undone. They can pass laws on that. The second part, I know with all of this, people can either they can resign or quit by a certain date. And I've been posting and sharing that information that he doesn't really have that power. He does not have the power to pay you taxpayers' dollars for 8 months. And you have not, until you hear something come out from the House or the Senate and it will really come from the appropriation committees in each one of those, it's not going to happen. So when people are out here quitting their jobs and all of this thinking that they are going to get paid, if you have not heard that from Congress, I would definitely not be leaving my position. And it's so funny because in some spaces they are saying, don't get on social media and whatnot and be sharing your feelings depending on what job you're in. But I said, I was in a meeting today and I said, well, it's facts. You can't go against political, facts. There's a balance for a reason. Now, I have no idea why they're just allowing this pen stroke to go ham.
You're not out of ink yet?
I know that, but this at the same time, I want to believe in our political system that it will eventually balance itself out. So a lot of these things that are happening, what we don't see is what we're not paying attention to sometimes, because we're following the hype on the social media. But if you go to thehill.com, you'll find that they are constantly passing legislative laws, whether it's going to benefit us or not. And so they slip things in often, but what, like they say, if you want to hide something, just put it in plain sight. And it, just so if you all really want to be following things, there's an app called The Hill. So, you can download that, and at your leisure, if you're ever curious to want to know what's being passed, it is very public knowledge. So keep that in mind. And I think that is what gives me peace, is that, I worked for the federal government long enough to know that I've seen a lot of craziness. I've worked for this administration before. We're in the government when I worked for this administration. And I can assure you that a lot of people that come in really never understand how government works. People who are out in corporate America think that it runs like corporate America. It does not. Corporate America runs off of, the money that they bring in. The government is funded by taxpayers' dollars. So as a taxpayer, you need to be paying attention to how your dollars are spent. So again, I feel like I'm having some level of peace to trust in the people that we elect in the House and the Senate and in our local government to kind of try to have some level of protection for us to speak up on our behalf, because that's what we elect them for, even though, so I will say that. So I'm at peace with that. And I'm hoping that knowing what I shared gives people a little more peace in the midst of all of this erratic behavior that is taking place, or erratic actions that are taking place here in our country. Because I really feel like a lot of things are dismantling the very fabric of what has been built over centuries. And we already know it hasn't been that good for us. So, but what I did find interesting is the back and the forth with Colombia and Mexico. Like, what they both said, nah. He said, well, you know what? I'm going to impose 25% tariffs. Colombia came back and said, me too. It's like a petty back and forth. And so I tell you, I am now handling the news with a grain of salt. So do your research. You can't necessarily follow what's online. Oh, let me share this really quick. So you remember they was talking about the fires in LA, massive and widespread. So have been heartbroken for the longest. I mean, they even showed the Hollywood sign that had burned down and that. Went to Hollywood and my heart still bleeds for everyone who did lose it. But the media made it seem like it was far worse. Now, it was bad. Trust me, it was bad, but not everywhere. The Hollywood sign was still up, was not burned at all. And I was like, wait a minute. But they were saying, and I was reading online about how fake news goes around a lot faster than accurate news. So again, be diligent, but still check on your families, because you never know what is going to happen. But you can't always believe what's on social media. So, that's why sometimes it's time to unplug.
I'm sure you all saw me post. My family, we started a GoFundMe for my two cousins who lost their entire house. And one of the houses was the house that one of my cousins grew up in. They were one of the first Black families to live in Pasadena. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and when I was flying in, I was nervous because, I was like, when you see an aerial view of things, I was just expecting a widespread of Blackness. And I also went there was hoping to volunteer. That didn't happen. I guess everybody's too busy to be answering phones, but I tried calling several different places. One person did call me back while I was in midair, and I called her back and I didn't get an answer, but I left her a message, and I was there a couple of days and I didn't hear anything back. But I still say they still do need volunteers, still show support for those areas that have been severely impacted. It is definitely time that we take care of one another, because right now the government is at odds, and we don't know what assistance or help they will get. So, yeah. So it's been a heavy month. I really feel like that. And Cortina, you have posted something recently. I think I just shared it.
Oh, you know what? So I was going to say that. So, I don't be doing all that posting. I go months without posting. Since the last time we was on, remember I was telling you all I was like not really feeling well and everything like that. I was like, I put myself kind of like on a challenge to start being more active on my what do you call it? My professional page. And so I've been holding myself accountable for that. So you can see like I'm like posting more, even doing more videos and reels and stuff like that. So that was inspired by 2 weeks ago when we were on here.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah, I think I've been a little better. Because I hate video content, like where I'm speaking, and it takes time.
Yeah.
I don't. I shout hats off to all of those content creators that show up every day and create video reels of them talking and dedicated to that. I'm down to just doing on a Tuesday right now. I've done 3 Tuesdays back to back, giving writing tips. And I said, well, let me try this out. And I was trying to decide if I was going to switch it up for the month of February, or just stay consistent with the writing tips, because, as a writing coach, there's always questions about publishing and all of those things. So, Cortina, I think we're here trying to give a little more of ourselves beyond being here on this platform.
Yep.
All right, this sounds like accountability. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I can't even, I'm telling you, I don't have the mental capacity to be on social media for more than 5 minutes. And the 5 minutes that I spend on social media, either I'm posting a cute picture or I'm checking the DM, because that's where all my joy comes from. The exchange with my friends and my family, where we're sending crazy videos where we're laughing, praying, or crying, like one of the three. I don't have the mental capacity to sit and try to figure out posting and doing all of this, but I am going to be better. I am going to commit to it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I got to set a time frame to get started, and then I got it. I got it. So thank you both for encouraging me.
But you know what? I have a lot of people. I am actually not on. I am on social media. I tried not to like scroll. I'll log on if I see comments or something like that, so I can respond to them. But a lot of my content is already posted, minus the reels that I have to make. Those are normally like, I need to get better. Like today, I might go do next Tuesdays. But I need to get better with like setting it up. But for the most part, all of my content is already created and scheduled for the entire month. So if I want to post around it, then I can. And that helps unplug a little more often, or not have to scroll. But I also have learned to manage my feed. So if there are things that I don't want to see, you can, the amount of information that you see. So I do try to put stars by everybody that I know. So I'm seeing their content first, or any of the craziness. If you put a star up there where it's common that you see the people's stuff, you'll get more post about that. rather than just other nonsense that come up on the feed that, the people that you follow.
Mhm.
You can also unfollow people. Or if you are on Facebook and you don't want to unfollow them, you can sleep them, put them in sleep mode, pretty
Oh,
much, where you don't see their content for like 30 days.
Hmm.
Yeah.
okay.
Little tips. Look there, always.
Well, this is all. Look, this is real good feedback. What'd you teach us last week? How to set your set the thing for you to send out your post.
Oh yeah, text messages. You can
Yes.
schedule
Uh-huh.
from
Oh
my
yes,
phone
yeah,
to
you said
iPhone
it.
number.
Yeah. Yes. This is
That
good
is the
stuff.
best. That is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You
it
know
is.
what? It's been so cold.
Sleep it. Okay, so I'm just saying you can sleep your people. Now y'all make me want to go look because I believe it is sleep. You can sleep people. It
I,
might not be
um,
sleep, but
Today was the first day it wasn't like super cold outside. So I went
Mhm.
outside this morning. You'll see I posted a video because I said before I start seeing these clients, let me breathe and center myself. So I just did like a little walkthrough, like what I do to help me get prepared to hold space for clients. Because if I'm halfway full, where the space for the client?
Mm-hmm.
And being able to disconnect and everything like that. So I just did a little video by the pool and just listened to the water this morning. It's so relaxing, actually. Yeah, and I just posted that. I was like, well, hell, I'm just gonna start posting what I'm doing as a therapist. I know y'all saw I went to the I don't know if you all saw it. The book club from Mount Dora, the silent book club. And I said, a day in the life of a therapist when she's not in the therapy room. So anytime I'm doing something like outside of therapy, so that people can be like, okay, therapists are not always like kumbaya, whatever. They're really doing real life stuff. Stuff is really happening in their lives and in their world. And I think that's a better way to be able to connect. And I'm also starting this new pay structure because right now, therapy is one fee. It's $165 for 45 minutes and $185 for an hour. But I was inspired to do something a little bit different, and I am going to be doing like a community center pay schedule. And so basically what that is where I have different levels, different healing levels. So I've titled them the Healing Web, the Elevation Well, the Abundance Garden, the Renew Field, the Sanctuary Pool, and the Refuge Community. And so my full rate is going up to 200 with the 60-minute session being 225. However, the patients are able to select what level they would like to pay. So like the Healing Well would be 250 for 45 minutes and 275 for 60 minutes. And then if you do like, let's say the Refuge, that would be 115 for 45 minutes and 130 for 60 minutes. So the reason why I'm doing that is because people can select where their comfort in paying, and it almost balances it out. So I do believe that healing should be accessible to all. So it's a new tiered payment system where clients are able to select their healing based on their needs and their financial situation. So this way it ensures that everybody is able to receive that same patient-centered high quality care, but it's not as a strain. So I have some very affluent clients. They might have no problem paying $250, which would balance off the individuals who maybe I can only pay $130. I really can't pay the full rate of $200. Mm-hmm. And so that's something that I'm doing now. So I'm just thinking about all of these different ways to help individuals heal. So for example, like 200 is the rate. That is what insurance would be billed. That doesn't mean they pay it because they only pay whatever their contract is. But the good part about that, I'm only in network with like one company, so it doesn't matter unless you're, with Cigna with the other ladies in my office, the other therapists that provide therapy. But I think this is more of a community-centered model, and this is where I really want to be able to get to. I really want to be able to move to a more cultural centered model of therapy, which I'm already doing, but I'm talking about even in the payment aspect. So not just in the service delivery, but also in the payment structure, more community-based. So it's going to be like an honor system because people are going to be able to pay picking a level, what they want. There may be somebody, people getting taxes, but they may be like, yeah, put me in the sanctuary pool, put me in the abundance garden or whatever. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
In the post that you did today, like what was, made you, because I mean, typically you're very unplugged. Like you are the least electronic person I know. Like seriously. I am proud that you even know how to upload a video.
It still look a little janky, I ain't into all of the extraness, I be like, I just don't have time. I don't know. I get on there. I'm just so like plain Jane. I'm just really in my natural state. Today, when I looked at the video, I say, well, my lips look ashy, but it's just the lip gloss that I had on. I ain't want to delete it. I know appearance is everything, but I'm in my genuine natural state. So for me, I knew it was just the, lip gloss or whatever. I was like, do I really care? No, because I'm not going to create a video 500 times, go put on makeup, go do all this extra stuff, because I'm not going to make the video. If I don't do it in my natural state, the way that I am, this is how my clients see me. Unless I'm doing a speaking event or I'm going somewhere, you're going to see me bare face, natural, hair wrapped. That's just me. And so I said, I knew yesterday I wanted to go sit by the pool because it was finally warm enough for me to go do that. So, I ain't sit Indian style in a very long time. So I was sitting Indian style, my legs started hurting. I was like, oh, I need to work out. I need to exercise. So I told myself yesterday before my first client, I want to be able to do that. And again, it's about me holding myself accountable. So I made sure that I got up in enough time so I had the time to be able to do it. And when I'm not rushing, where I could just enjoy it. And that was the motivation for it.
Okay, and then I was asking you about the video that you made about the silent book club.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Please explain how that works.
So basically a silent book club, everybody's reading different books. I'm reading 2 books right now. I'm reading White Rage.
Okay.
So that's my, resistance, all my nonfiction. And then I'm reading The Wickedest Wives by Dr. DJ Richie Sky. I read book 1, loved it. Now I'm on book 2. This is a little shameless plug for him. Love this book. You should read it. And so basically what you do is you go to the book. Well, it's at Foxtail Coffee. So you go there, chit chat a little bit, and then everybody's reading their own book. So it's a silent book club. So you're not necessarily reading what other people are reading. Sometimes when you go there, you'll trade books with someone. So you'll read what they're reading. They'll read what you're reading. It could be something American Revolution, I don't know, kink with sex play, I don't know, something, whatever the people are reading. And you switch books and you swap books for that time period that you were there. Because I think what that does is it gives you the opportunity to possibly read something that you would not have even thought about reading, a genre that's foreign to you. And so it exposes you and opens you to a different genre. But this particular Sunday, you just bought your book. You had one lady, she bought her son, and everybody's just reading their own thing. People had Kindles, and I prefer books. Some people have audibles where they had their earplugs or their headphones on, and it was just really, really something really chill to do on a Sunday. And like I said, even if you're not an extroverted person, nobody ain't really talking, but you're just in a community of like-minded people who enjoy literature and reading and books, and it's just a place to go where you're not alone, but you're still kind of to yourself. And it was just great. So silent book clubs, yeah.
That sounds interesting. I'm not going to do it, but it sounds very. Shit, I can stay home and read.
It was just something, sometimes.
I mean, like I can go sit outside and read, but I don't think I can just be like, let me just go. I feel compelled to talk. I was like,
well, it was some people they were talking, like it wasn't like silent. There was some people that were conversing, right? I guess the more you go, the more people you connect with.
Okay.
It only was 2 of us. So, I'm new to the Mount Dora area, when we moved here. So I wanted to make community because I think community is important in different facets in different ways, and just exploring the city to see what it has to offer. So, encouraging people to
I mean, I know dang on well I can't do it.
Do you remember when you sent me something? And I said, well, I guess I just stay fat.
Oh, I don't remember the post.
I don't remember.
It was the girl that was crying, and she was like, how can you expect me to lose weight? And something or that or the other. It was funny though.
I put tacos, pizza, everything, candy, cakes, cookies, ice cream. I said, well, I guess I'll just be fat. Because I ain't doing it.
Yeah, because it was about working out and all this and stuff. But yeah. I'm proud of me now. Well, I got me a walking pad just right next to me. And I'm proud of me that I bought it because it's supposed to incentivize me to do more. But I don't know. I got to get my life together. I said that. I said, I want to try working out. Working out is not my jam. It really is not. But I walk Kofi every day. Or not every day.
Okay, you get a little bit then.
I get a little bit of exercise, but my goal was to let me get up in the morning, walk, do some yoga. I'm trying to get my body all toned and right for November and shake it out and whatnot. But I'm like you, Cortina. I think I'll just take fat. I want to be able to eat what I want. And working out is just, now when it gets warmer, I'm gonna be in my zone because I like to run. I will go outdoors and run. I'm not a walk in the house, like work out in the house type of person. I don't like gyms. I like yoga, but I go there like maybe once every few years. I've tried. I'm telling you, God knew what he was doing when he made me genetically small, because and I used to be a workout fanatic. Like I used to be that one, I could do pull-ups and all of that stuff, but I have to be incentivized to do stuff now. The other part is, like, I like to run. That's my de-stressor, running. It's cold right now, so I definitely am not about to go out there and do that. But what made me stop is that I lose weight real fast. And I don't want to, I wouldn't know about now that I'm a little bit older, my metabolism might act up. It might be acting up, but I typically can run and the weight just starts coming off. And for the record, y'all, just so y'all know, I like run. I'm like 3 to 5 miles when I'm really feeling like really good. And because that, like I said, that's my de-stressor. But after I realized, like, it's hard for me to figure out how to stabilize my weight and do high impact cardio, because I don't like to work out. People are like, oh, do strength training, build muscle. Fuck that. Let me just go run. I even bought some little weights. I got a little weight set over here. And I said, when I walk, I'm going to get my weights up. I use those weights once. I've walked on that pad a total about 4 times since I've had it.
Running was my jam, but then I broke my ankle when I first moved to Maryland, running in the snow.
Oh, sounds like my husband.
Broke my ankle, and it has never been the same. So after I do like a mile and a half, I got to cut it out. Everything swells up. And I mean, it's years later now and it still gives me a fit. So I can't run anymore. I used to love running. But since the last time I saw you guys, I'm down 35 pounds.
Hey, yes, ma'am.
Fat is not my portion. I rebuke it right now in the mighty name of Jesus. I decree and declare that I am going back to being.
Cortina's like, wait a minute.
You mean from when we saw you in November?
Yeah. Yep. I have been.
Are you on that Ozempic?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, I have been super. So I actually use this. Well, I use this product called Prove It that I absolutely love. But you just drink it, 1 little pack every day. And it just, it helps your body stay in ketosis. And so no sugar, no bread, no starch.
And
No,
look, I feel so much better
ma'am.
because this back was backing. This back was big, okay?
No,
And
ma'am.
so that video that you sent me from where I was like, oh, it's just too much going on right there. It's just way too much. So yes, I am down. I'm gonna go at least another 35 pounds. At least another 35.
So let me just get this straight. Let me get this straight. You're not eating what?
No bread, no starch, no sugar.
So no rice?
No.
See, I can do without the bread. When you start cutting out rice, we got to fight.
Yep, no rice. Like
rice last night.
But see, here's the thing though. Since I was a baby, I've always just loved veggies and fruit. Like that's my thing. It's always been my thing. So it's not hard for me to not eat certain things. I jack myself up when I start taking in too much meat. When I start consuming too much meat, my digestive tract just does not welcome meat. But I love a good steak, lamb. Like when I go on a binge and I want to eat meat, that's when I start picking up pounds. The thing about my weight is that even when I'm heavier, I'm solid. It's not like I'm heavy and it's out of place. I'm heavy and I feel it, but I'm solid. I'm solid. I carry solid weight.
You're giving up meat.
So just like you, when I get active, like I can drop the weight quick. When I decide to like put a pause on it, yeah, it drops like that.
So are you not? So you're not eating meat either?
Like taking in more salmon and like stuff like that, but not really any beef or chicken and any of that, because it really jacks up my digestive tract. It does. And when I'm filled up with meat, that's when I start to have the problems. Hush. Stop it. You know what? I heard it after it came out. I'm not about to play with you.
I was being good until
yes. I'm back down in my regular jeans. I was like, ooh, yes, we're getting somewhere now. Making I can see my waistline coming on back. Things are defining, getting back into some panties that I like to wear instead of having to go get big mama draws, things was just getting out of order around here for real. Yeah, but you have to go up a bra size, and bras are expensive.
What?
Listen, no, I'm not going up another one.
I'm $65 for a bra.
Not even 65. You're talking about 85 because you need some support.
Oh no, because I'm like a barely B, so I'm a B. So
the bigger the cup, the more expensive the bra. Absolutely. Yeah. So no, I'm not doing that. I refuse. And I just put my foot down. So let's see. November 29th, I put a hard stop to everything. And just like that, it starts to fall off. Yep.
You know what? I could not even afford to lose 35 pounds.
You're right.
I will be like, I'm literally like only about 118 pounds. 35 pounds, I would look super sick.
I need to lose about 40. I'll be right where I want to be. If I lose 40 pounds, because I'm like 190. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I eat really healthy, low key. I mean, despite I'm sitting here eating gummy worms.
Excuse me.
I do eat healthy, but I'm gonna have a pint of ice cream when I get out of here after this is over too.
Oh, I had some ice cream and peanut butter cookies last night.
Tell you.
And I don't take in a lot of junk either. That's the thing. Like my eating habits, like I just don't take in a lot of junk. I don't. I'm like, I can eat veggies all day.
Oh, I do. I snack on veggies.
Yeah, I like vegetables
and fruit.
But as of late, I said this 2 days ago, and I said this again to Morgan yesterday. I said, if I had a uterus and I still had a period and all of that, I would think I was pregnant. I have been craving the craziest stuff. I don't know what's going on. I just said, I'm feeling real snacky.
You're having a ghost pregnancy.
Such thing as hormonal.
You're having a ghost pregnancy.
Well, And I asked myself, I said, okay, am I stress eating? Like, is it something underlining that's, am I looking for comfort in food because part of me felt, dysregulated? So is that something that I was looking for? And I had to like think to myself, like, what the hell is going on with me? I can't be eating ice cream and cookies every day because I'm not even really a sweet person. I'll make it and stuff, but no, I've been like, couldn't even wait to get home to eat the Publix peanut butter cookies because I was like, give me another one more. And she said, no, Mom, you can wait till we get home. And then I got home, put them in the microwave, nuked it for a little 10 seconds, got my ice cream, and it was so good. And as soon as we get off, I'm going to get me some more.
So today, well, I had shrimp fried rice for lunch, and then I had cherries and grapes, and I usually have carrots with me. I usually snack super healthy, and then I have my compulsions where every now and again I get a hankering and I want candy, and I'm only eating these because I didn't want to.
What's that? Oh no!
I'm only sitting here eating these because I didn't want to be sitting here with a pint of ice cream, eating it because there's no. I literally eat an entire pint.
Yeah, me too.
There is no, let me scoop a little bit. I tried that. I tried eating a half. And then after I'm done with that, I end up just going back and getting the other half. So for years now, I would just sit and eat a pint of ice cream. And that's like every few months, sometimes weeks, depends.
What's your favorite ice cream name brand?
Well, the one I always buy right now is the Baskin Robbins one. What in the world's going on here?
Your thumb.
I didn't even put a thumb up anywhere. This thing be making me it does its own thing. No, so I buy the Baskin Robbins mint chocolate and then chocolate chip.
Okay.
And then I usually get the Talenti's. I think it's Talenti, right? I think it's the Talenti Mediterranean mint one that I like for that one.
Well, I'm just real plain. I like Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean.
Oh no.
No other ice cream tastes like Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean. That is the best ice cream in the world.
Hortina, have you been to Andy's?
Who?
Andy's.
What's that?
Girl, and it's one right down the street from you.
Really? Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Oh, baby. It's called Andy's.
Okay, but I can't eat a lot of ice cream. The only ice cream that doesn't make me feel like I have to gag is Haagen-Dazs, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know what they put in it, but sometimes when I eat too much,
ice cream, I don't even know if we have a Publix here.
You don't. Okay. You would get yours at
not 2 for 1.
Yeah. Well,
No. Let me. Wegmans, and Wegmans they do the same. They usually mirror what Publix is doing.
Oh.
So you go to Wegmans. Do you like the frozen custard?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
okay, so that's what Andy's is, but
that's like a Rita's. Oh my,
no.
Rita's do the custard in the
ice. But Andy's is something different.
Andy is something different.
I like Rita's.
I can't do ice cream and ices together. No. Hell no.
What's wrong with you?
No, I'm just a plain Jane.
I can't even go to Starbucks and order some plain. I can't even just go and let me get a coffee.
Oh, I get white chocolate mocha. I mean, white chocolate latte.
You doctor it up though.
Oh, you know I do.
It's got like 22 ingredients. So yeah, look. Did you guys ever see the post where the husband like went to Starbucks and he was trying to order his wife's coffee? He was like, "Yeah, let me get a venti latte. Add 3 pumps of this, 3 pumps of that, with some sprinkles of that. Add this with
sounds about right.
2% milk." And then she was like, "Anything for you?" He was like, "A coffee, just plain coffee." Decaffeinated, please.
Oh, that sounds about right.
That's hilarious.
All right.
That would be me because I pull up to Starbucks and my order is the right way. What is it? Oh, you're
yep.
I gotta have all the extra stuff.
Mine be like
It ain't
light
even on
water,
the menu.
no foam, whole milk. They're like whole milk, yes, whole milk. Don't half my damn milk.
No, because
Or I do oat milk. I do oat milk sometimes, or yeah. I don't even
you
know
know,
if I like flaxseed milk, but I like flaxseed milk too.
no, thank you. So if the latte, is made with milk, I also add cream. So right now, because not no more, it was in season. I love creme brulee, but they have a caramel brulee latte. Yes, honey, and I get the extra brulee on top, and
can you really taste it on top though? Because by the time they
it's the creme brulee, like the fired sugar that's on top. It's crunchy. Yes, it's really, really good.
Creme brulee made with eggs.
Yes,
That's
egg whites.
That's why I don't eat it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so good though. Oh my God. Oh, you can't have eggs?
No.
Oh, okay. That's one of my favorite desserts to make.
I don't like
course
that
it is.
tasty thing.
Of course it is.
That's the best part. The
No,
brulee.
it's scorched and burnt, and I'm like,
No. You can't. So I got a fire torch, right? So the flamer, it's just the sugar you put on top of it once you take it out the refrigerator, and you just torch it. You
just
don't
hit
want
it a little bit though.
That's it. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
When you do it too much, you can't. It ain't good.
Right.
It tastes burnt. That's why I make mine is where it's like the brownish color, not the dark burnt color.
Right.
The brownish color.
We don't have that here. Is that the caramel ribbon crunch cream base extra caramel and crunch? Is that a Starbucks?
Yes, that thing good. Yes.
Caramel
absolutely.
ribbon crunch cream.
Now listen.
No,
I'm
cream
totally
base extra caramel and crunch.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
I never heard of it. I don't. You know what? To be honest, y'all, I couldn't tell you what is on the menu that comes in. That comes. I get one thing when I go to Starbucks. I get a chai tea latte, extra hot with 2 pumps of vanilla, light water, no foam. Sometimes no water. Depends on what it is. I know whole milk or oat milk. So and then I don't look at now. I look at their food because I like their little boxes or whatnot, and I like their grilled cheese, and I also like their ham and cheese croissant.
Listen,
So when I'm driving, I do that.
Do you like tea?
It's a chai tea.
I love tea.
No.
I can't
Try their Mint Majesty tea made with steamed lemonade.
Ooh, steamed lemonade.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The Mint Majesty or either the Honey Citrus. They usually call that one the medicine ball, but technically they can't call it medicine ball. But the Honey Citrus or either the Mint Majesty, those are their 2 tea options. But get the Mint Majesty made with steamed lemonade. Trust me on it. Trust me.
I'm gonna do it.
You will not go wrong. You'll be like, oh my, you'll be hooked. I promise you, you'll be hooked. Okay, so really quick though, I just gotta bring this up. What in the whole entire hell is the CNA doing twerking on the special needs patients?
And she ain't see nothing wrong with it. She ain't see nothing wrong with it. I said, who is raising these people? Girl.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Are you kidding me?
You
can't be serious. That's why I said, you know what? Sometimes I feel like I'm living in a world like I just feel like I'm living in a whole nother world. Cause I'm like, is this like, cause you keep every time something crazy happens.
I don't see how she didn't see nothing wrong with that though. Like she really was like not understanding why. She's talking about some angles and all this girl. Girl.
I couldn't believe it. I think I sent it to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
but then there's so many more. Isn't it?
Oh, so it's like a trend.
Yes.
Yes.
One in the bathtub.
Multiple.
I said,
that wasn't just one person.
No.
So they showed a mug shot of her, which. So I just
ripped her wig off because what was going on with her? I don't know because baby was gone. Her hair was south back.
I just ever like she had this, but then this was.
I
I
don't
was like,
know.
wait, is
I
it
don't
me?
know.
Is all of that gone?
It
I
was
don't know.
What are
gone.
you doing? Like, what are you doing, Miss Ma'am?
was
And I
so
know we got it. We get ready to get off here, but listen. Okay, so I'm gonna put a pin in that one, and then the next one. What in the world? Like, what happened with the mayor in Illinois?
Oh, I don't know. What
Did you
happened with
see
that?
that?
I didn't see it.
Y'all have got to go look it up. Oh my God. So the one of the, you know how they have the town hall meetings or whatever. So one of the guys, he got up and he absolutely went in on the mayor. I mean, when I say he was so disrespectful, he made points, but again, there's a way to say things. He was very disrespectful. And the boyfriend of the mayor and the mayor, they jumped on the man. Like it turned into a big old it turned into a big old I was like, it's the mayor. She jumped across the table. Her and her boyfriend jumped on the man.
Oh no, I didn't see.
This is why I unplug. Too many people doing stupid
I
stuff.
didn't see that one. No, wow.
Yes,
That's crazy.
absolutely.
And the reality is that some things, I mean, some people do it on purpose for likes and clicks and all of those things. But then there is a small population of people that forget that there's camera phones.
Yes.
I think that's when you really feel like, okay, this cannot be real, and it definitely cannot be scripted.
Here it is. Mayor Henyard, the Illinois mayor, involved in wild brawl at township board meeting.
That's crazy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Crazy. No, hadn't heard it. Don't know nothing about it. I'm gonna have to definitely look it up.
You didn't send me that.
I saw it before we got on. Elton sent it to me. She flying over the table.
Maybe it was a secret lover.
Well, there's all this credit card. They were talking about these misuse of city credit cards and all these things, and like at the end he was like, and you're out of here, B. Like he signed. It's just like, what's happening? Yeah, the whole town hall just get into a big old brawl.
Oh, wow.
At the town hall meeting with the mayor.
Imagine going to say, telling somebody, "Oh, I'm just going to a town hall,"
and then going to town hall,
and then you calling from jail.
I was gonna say, the hospital.
He was so disrespectful. It was absolutely crazy. I've just been over here like my mouth been dropped. That's why I said I'm in and out 5 minutes. I don't have it. I don't have it. The mental capacity to get involved with social media that deep. I just don't have it.
We have entered the twilight zone.
Yes,
we've been here for a minute. So
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I think we are also getting desensitized because I don't ever remember politics being as uncouth as it is right now. There still was a decorum. You probably didn't, of course, you weren't agreeing necessarily on policies, but there were certain things that were not said. Like when that lady, I can't think of her name, when she told Representative Crockett, meet me outside. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Because she said child, that's why it's important. Cultural awareness, your proximity to Blackness is showing, because you would have known that child is not child calling you a child, but it's like, girl, child, please. It's like a sentence bridge to, okay, girl. It's like saying, girl, child. Well, let's take it outside. If that ain't that ignorant,
and really,
she ain't want to take it outside.
You don't want to take it outside.
You don't want to take it outside.
Outside, because
people. And then the man, so disrespectful. Why are you on national TV eating tacos, talking about the deportations of the people?
Come on, can somebody help me? Where am I right now?
But you know, if he's crazy, he would be fired.
Yes.
Yeah. And you saw like the CNN guy who is stepping down. I was like, oh, I'm telling you, January has been a very long and interesting month. And you know how they usually have like the calendars of stuff that happened. Oh, this happened in January.
It's
This
too
happened
much
in
stuff
February.
happening. Ain't no space on the calendar.
It's 30 days worth of things that's happening. Like
every day.
seriously.
Every day. Every day.
But I will tell you, I did take joy in watching, the people that never get snow, that or never had seen snow or been in snow, dancing around. And so that was kind of like fun for me. And I was just thinking to myself, yeah, you won't catch me. One, because I live where it snows all the time and I don't like it that much. But people who haven't seen it and finally want to, because one, your cities are not equipped to handle that. Our cities clean streets sometimes, and they prepare for it. But there's just a difference where us people up north, not all of us are fans of snow.
And you just got to laugh because during February, they say the White House is going to celebrate American History Month. Not Black History Month, but Black History is 365. Yes. However, they're going to recognize American history during the month of February.
I mean, what? So they're just going to recognize slavery?
I don't know what the hell
they're recognizing American history. They need to recognize that America was built by Black people.
Absolutely.
So while they're out here, doing all of that, hopefully that comes up. So now I'm really going to have to be purposeful, and every day I'm going to have to be. Well, I used to do that, post Black facts every day.
Well, the people that need to read it ain't going to be reading it. They ain't going to see it.
Well, of course not, because the algorithms are not going to favor that kind of thing.
It ain't going.
Which is kind of disappointing.
Right. Well, rather see somebody. Never mind.
Well,
that's my new thing. That's my new thing.
Lord have mercy. Well, we are at the top of the hour. Any last words before we pop out of here?
No, I just missed you ladies last week. Morgan came in at the nth hour and was like, oh yeah, we got to go to this scholarship thing. Why you ain't tell me this yesterday? I had to go rearrange a whole client to be able to make it there. I said, girl, this is money now. What are you doing? So I'm glad that I was able to be here today. I told her from now on, please let me know in advance when I need to do things because I have a life. But yeah, I don't have anything coming up. Oh, I'm lying. I do. On the 9th, I will be speaking at the Sexual Health School, and they are located in Hawaii. And I will be talking on how to service, I'm going to paraphrase, culturally competent care for Black clients.
Okay. You said they're out of Hawaii?
Yes.
Too bad you're not going to be in Hawaii.
No, no, that's all. Yeah, I will not. I will be here, and they will be there. But that is on the night.
Hawaii would have been a nice little getaway. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And where can they find you at, Cortina?
Oh, at the Girlfriend Therapist on all social media platforms.
Do you still have the Noir Center? I
do. Oh, that too. Yeah, the Noir Center.
You should be cross-pollinating your posts, but we'll talk about that. Shay, what's going on with you?
Let's see. Yeah, no. We'll pin that. Because the roster is being, I'm just trying to figure out how, like, where did God see that I could get all of these things accomplished? I'm grateful, but I've got to put it all in perspective now and add it to the calendar. But I've got several things, amazing things happening. So next week I'll be able to openly announce. And I'll be glad to share. So meanwhile, you can always visit me on my social media page. It's open to the public at The Coach of Courage on Instagram. And I'm always, you can find me on the internet at www.thecoachofcourage.com.
All right. And you can find me at everywhere at I am Dr. P. Gurley. That's it. I'm everywhere with that. And it'll link you to all the other things that I do and have going on. And I do have a lot of stuff going on. I just don't have I have context to it because I have stuff that's on Eventbrite that is ready, but that's what I have a social media team for, to remember more than I do. And I also have an assistant now that tries to keeps me in line and just kind of reminds me of different things. But if you follow me, I will be posting different things that I have going on coming up. Nothing is right now other than the Women in Business Networking Conference. Diana couldn't be here with us today to talk about that, but early bird tickets are available. It's in my link on Instagram where you can get your tickets. And if you go to my post, there is a coupon code or a code that you can use to get a discount. But yeah, so definitely join us because we will be in the house. Elizabeth, we'll see you there as well. And I think all of us Roundhouse around here will be in there. Okay. Well, of course, you can follow the Herspiration Happy Hour. Go back, play episodes. This is season 8. We are on episode 4, and I don't remember how many now. We've done like 150 something episodes now total for it. We always appreciate you coming out, following up. Just catch us on YouTube now. Follow our YouTube page. There's little clips and stuff now that for post things. Oh yeah, can't wait either. But definitely follow us, tune in, and we will be back next week, same time and same place. Have a great week. Be safe, y'all. It's a lot of mess going on out here. So be safe and keep your head on that swivel. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is Herspiration Happy Hour.